Well, Teddy, I know what I don't want to do with this game. I want no parts of the Michigan Wolverines. It has been an absolute nightmare of a season for them. They sit at 3-14 in the Big Ten. And, for a team that generally, is in the discussion in the Big Ten in basketball, this has been as bad as it can get. And I'm just looking for them, to mail the rest of the season, regular season in, unless they're playing a big name or they're playing a rival. And, well, what are they coming off of? Well, they're coming off playing a big name. They played Purdue in their last game, and they were a big underdog in that game, 13.5-point underdog. They played within 8 points of Purdue. So they gave a big effort in that game at home. Now they got to travel to Rutgers. And I just don't see this team picking themselves up off the mat and put together another good effort against the team in a meaningless game. And who wants to travel to Rutgers? I know I don't. But look at who they got next. I like situational spots, Teddy, and they've got Ohio State on deck. Now, granted, Ohio State's having an off year as well, but we know that there's a rivalry with these two, not like football. I'll put that out there. The rivalry is not anywhere near as intense in basketball, but it's still a much bigger game on deck than playing Rutgers right now. So I'm going to look at Rutgers at home, who's coming off an embarrassing loss at home in their last game. They got beat by Maryland. They only scored 46 points in that game. But what was Rutgers doing? They were coming off playing Purdue, one of the top teams in the country, the game before. Look for Rutgers to get the job done. Michigan struggled offensively this year, and Rutgers plays good defense, holding 6 of their last opponents to 43% or less shooting, and 4 of those 6 they held to 38% or less shooting. 2 stats for you on this one that seals the deal for me. Yes, Michigan plays with revenge, but revenging a loss versus an opponent this season, Michigan is just 2-8 against the spread, and over the last this season, after allowing 80 points or more, in which Michigan did in their last game, they're 0-10, Teddy, in the next game. Give me Rutgers tonight at home.
So there's certainly plenty of good cases to be made for betting against the Michigan Wolverines. That said, when I look at Rutgers' track record as a favorite, I'm not so excited about laying the points here. I see the Scarlet Knights with a grand total of 1 cover as a favorite since November. In regulation, they did win by 5 over Nebraska in overtime when they were -3. But literally, this team has 1 point spread cover as chalk. That would be Indiana on January 9th, dating back to November. That's a track record of failure. Are you worried at all that Rutgers just isn't a team to lay points with?
There's no question at Rutgers, you got to hold your breath when laying points with them, that's for sure. But I think the spot, in as bad as Michigan is playing, there's just only one way to go. And the beauty, Teddy, and I don't know if you look at it this way too, these teams at the end of the year that have nothing to play for, I want to look for a spot. I would rather have the home team here. In Michigan, they get that mulligan, so to speak, when everybody starts at 0-0 when the conference tournament starts, because if somebody can get hot for 4 days, they can steal a bid into the dance. Not that I'm saying Michigan's going to steal any bids, but they got something else to look forward to other than this.